Welcome to my channel. It's Krista here doing a new series that a friend suggested that I do. So I'm excited to begin both new moon and full moon readings. So as you know, this weekend, November 4th, we have a full moon in Taurus. So I will be doing a full moon in Taurus reading today. It'll be slightly brief. It is a general reading for all signs. We're just looking at how all signs can benefit from any messages given from Archangel Michael, Archangel Uriel, and Archangel Raphael for the week with regard to goddess energy. We're looking at goddess energy, the female spirit, the divine feminine on the full moon in Taurus. And just briefly, Taurus is the second sign. It rules the second house, of course, which is possessions, values, the throat, the neck, singing, and speaking. It also involves relationships, commitments, and if I hadn't already said it, possessions and values. So with our full moon in Taurus reading here, we are looking at some general energy for all signs, as I mentioned, with regard to feeling fated towards something, significant changes, and relationships themselves in terms of feeling settled, feeling comfortable. In fact, you could even feel fated this week to be exactly where you are. Now, there is something that I firmly believe in that Shakespeare said hundreds of years ago now. He suggested that all the world is a stage. Now, I guess essentially there's no proof to that, but there is some sort of ideology around us being creatures of habit, for example, right? Or sometimes we can't explain why we do things, but we just go about doing things. There's even a lot of conversation lately around perhaps we are part of some sort of system or game, or some sort of intelligent design where everything is being kind of scripted, as it were, and we're just sort of going about in sort of Sims fashion. The types of people who are having these conversations are people like Elon Musk, for example, and, varying astrophysicists and people who are interested in talking about issues that have to do with other types of worlds, energy that affects the way that we go about things, even subconsciously. So this is how I'm looking at this week in terms of, all the world's a stage. Why would we be engaged in certain things? Some things don't have a rhyme or reason for us, right? But here we are doing these things, having these experiences, and we're supposed to be growing. We're supposed to be developing our hearts and our human spirit. Because as they say, you can't take it with you. So what else is it all about, right? Well, it seems to be about the heart, and it seems to be about the spirit. And in light of that, especially having to do with the second house, and of course, love and possessions, values and beauty, we're looking at a real sense of being fated in this direction, feeling like we are on the right path, or if we aren't on the right path, we are feeling unsettled. So any type of unsettled or even depression or even anxiety, low vibrational energy is really just saying to you this week, in my view, you need to switch things up. Okay? Because if you're feeling down, or if you're feeling as though things aren't working out and you are angry, depressed, or anything low vibrational here, even like lots of worry, you're going to want to raise your vibration by taking significant action toward making changes in your life, okay? Whether that's making dreams come true, whether that's making amends with someone, whether that's having that difficult conversation, whether that's taking the first step toward a dream or goal of yours. You really want to stop sitting on what you really feel internally that you truly want to do. You want to stop yourself from giving up, okay? Now is a really beautiful week to take action, because it will, I guarantee you, it will absolve worry, it will absolve fear, and it will absolve depression, okay? You can doubt yourself as long as you, let me rephrase that. Doubt is necessary in order to have courage. But don't let doubt bury you, okay? Be emboldened by the courage. And don't let fear hold you back, because the only purpose of fear and doubt is courage, okay? So if you're having any fear and doubt this week, just say, awesome, this is my opportunity for courage. If you have any resistance to change, you can say, awesome, this is my opportunity to put the first foot forward to making changes. And I make a plan and I'm gonna stick to it because I love myself and I want positive and beautiful outcomes, and I'm willing and I'm ready. Okay, so really lift yourself up, really lift up your soul. Look to someone else in your immediate vicinity, someone you really trust and someone you really respect and who trusts and respects you, and you can tell them, and I guarantee you they'll have your back. They want the best for you too. Okay, whether they're involved or not, they'll say, you know what, if this is what you really want, you go do it. Especially if it's something that you feel you're fated to do, something that is calling you, your spirit, your heart, your intuition. Another frame of reference is a higher calling. Whatever you consider that, especially if it has to do with other people or even your own, right, limitations. I can't do that because I'm a mom, or I can't do that because I live in this part of the world. Anything you have resistant to your own sense of higher calling here, that needs to be rejected. You need to take a step, follow your intuition. Here we have the fates. This is you holding on to your star. This is your higher calling. This is how I began looking at the world as a stage, right? Why are you drawn to certain things and opposed to other things, for example, that even if you have a propensity for, I'm told by a lot of people I would have made a great lawyer, and I might have, right? I am a really good debater. I'm really good at solving problems. But I don't want to be in that world. I don't want to work in the world of law, right? So even though you have a propensity for something, you have a heart for something else. You can use your propensities in another area. So I can solve problems and I can debate in another area. So that's what I'm talking about there. Follow your star, follow your heart. Here with regeneration, this is a very exciting card. This is really about planting a seed and letting it grow and going through the growing pains, the natural growing pains of growing through something, even making mistakes, even having slip-ups and saying, and by that I mean, having a bad day, having something that's off, not knowing what's coming next. That's where you're going to find courage, okay? Bottom line, make a move, take a step. Trust yourself that change is necessary and you have what it takes, okay? And it might even be exciting. So look for some excitement this week as well, with some changes that way as well. Here with soulmates, this is being protected or protecting someone else through changes. Feeling as though someone understands you. And if this is about you and not external relationships, this is about you learning how to comfort yourself. You know you have what it takes, and you are trusting this inner voice here, this sense of being fated or a higher calling. And if that's the case, the heart does rule. The heart does rule, okay? The reason we know this is because we know the mind can play tricks on us. It does it all the time. This is quantifiable scientifically, in fact. The mind plays tricks. The heart, however, cannot. The heart knows. So you're going to want to follow your highest purpose this week. And here as general energy for the whole week, a fork in the road. Yeah, a decision needs to be made. You need to put your foot down here. We have wisdom as one of the major symbols here in the barn owl. And we have the rhesus monkey with the bird mask on. This is really just about, it could be about deception, but it's more than likely about distraction, right? Well, yes, it's all around. Social media is one of my major distractions. So if we can get away from that, if we can make time for significant and important things like making a move, having courage to go in the direction you really want to go in, you'll find distraction less and less and less. And you'll find you'll build momentum by having made that first step. So a fork in the road, you need to make a decision, especially around the full moon with regard to the second house. As I mentioned, all the properties, we're looking at talking, speaking, values, possessions, relationships, and the home. I really hope you enjoyed this reading. Thank you so much to my friend Dawn for suggesting these types of readings. If you liked the video, leave a like. If you like the content in my channel, you can subscribe today. It's free to do that. So until we meet in your new moon video in a couple of weeks, have a great couple of weeks for yourself. Enjoy yourself and have that courage, have that strength. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.